Good everyone, for today's video, we will check the game that gives Ding Liren the World Chess Championship and the crown. Congratulations, Ding Liren. Of course, congratulations also to Ian Nepomniachtchi for giving us a great and wonderful, intense and insane series. So let's analyze the game. E4, E5, Knight F3, Knight C6, Bishop B5, A6, Ray Lopez. This is the common opening, especially to the elite. B5 and this normal, D6, A4, immediate and quick attack on the queen side. Bishop D7, making sure that this bishop will occupy the king side and queen side diagonal. H3 castling, Bishop E3, normal development. Knight A5 attacking the bishop, Bishop A2, and B takes A, Knight C3. If there's an open file, make your rook available to capture that one, to grab the open file. Bishop B1 offering the B2 for the rook, but there's a knight takes A4 and Ding didn't want to capture the B2, so Queen E8, additional defender on A4 pawn. B3, of course, the black cannot capture that one because rook takes knight. C5, controlling the D4, you have your E5, you have your C5. Knight A4, Knight C6, so this knight can jump over here later on if there's a chance to. Knight C3, and in this position, according to engine, no need to go back your knight on C3. Instead of that, the better is to go C3 to have your bishop a little bit of space. So Knight C3 on the board, A5 to make sure this A6 will not be captured by the rook for free, and then Knight D2. The maneuver is going here on C4, Bishop E6, Knight C4, and D5. Knight, pawn takes pawn, Knight takes, and Bishop D2. Bad move according to Stockfish. Why? The better is Knight takes D5, Bishop E6, and then C3. Still, the Stockfish is still going for C3. Give space for the Bishop on B1. So let's go on Bishop D2, and Knight takes knight, bishop takes knight, bishop takes knight, b takes c. As you can see, the pawn formation of white is delaying the development and progression of the bishop on b1. So bishop d8 going to c7, of course, to control this long diagonal. Bishop d2, so little by little black is positioning its pieces. At the same time, white is trying to activate the bishop on b1, c3, f5. So Ding is ready to attack the king side of white. Rook E, Rook D, and then Rook A2 to control the second rank. So additional defender as well. Queen G6, and then Queen E, Queen D6, G3, Rook E8, Queen F3, and here, so according to engine, just move King H8 first. After Queen D5, Queen F6, offering this C5. Why? Because if, for example, Queen takes C5, there's a F4 coming. If you will move this one, F3 is coming. That would be huge problem for white. If sure, then Queen G6, King F1, and then E takes F. It will give a clear advantage for black. So let's go E4. E takes D, knight attacking the queen, Queen G2, knight D3, bishop takes knight, Queen D3. Now the queen is attacking the pawn on C4, the pawn on E4. So white is forced to capture the pawn. Rook takes, bishop takes, queen takes, and rook A1. According to engine, rook D2 is better. Why? After rook D2, for example, the black would capture the pawn. Queen D5 check, king H8, queen E6. This will give white a good chance to win the game. So rook A1 on the board. Rook takes F5, bishop D2. You have to make sure the bishop that has been inactive is active. H6, Queen C6 attacking the bishop. Rook F7 protecting it. Rook E1 controlling the E file. Of course, Rook E8 is coming also. King H7. Bishop attacking the pawn. Bishop E5 attacking the C3. Queen E8. Bishop takes C3. Rook C1, the idea, of course, is to capture the bishop. Queen takes, and then queen takes rook. White will be piece up. So rook F6, move by Ding. Queen D7, Queen E2, Queen D5, Bishop B4, Queen check, queen check, and rook g6. Ding didn't want to draw this one. Why? Because Ding has these two pass pawns. He gonna advance that one little by little to get a new queen. So queen f5, c4, and here, bad move by Nepomniachtchi. So h4, the idea of h4 is to go h5, and the rook cannot move because it's pinned down. So what's the best move of black white here instead of h4? Because after h4, black moves what? Queen d3, going for a queen to queen. What is the best move of white instead of moving h4? Let's go back a little bit. After c4, queen f4, and then if move c3, the queen d3 is no longer available. Queen f5, and then that's the time you're gonna go h4 and then h5 because queen d3 will not be possible on this position. So let's go back. h4, queen d3, queen f3. You have to avoid the queen to queen. Why? Because the black pass pawn will give you trouble and problem. Rook f6, queen g4, c3. Remember, pass pawn must be pushed. Rook d1, queen g6, queen to queen. Once again, avoid the queen to queen. Rook c6, queen a8, and rook d6. So much better is just push your pass pawn. Pass pawn must be pushed. But let's go for rook d6, rook takes, rook queen takes. Queen check, queen cover, queen c4, c4, queen b1, and then a4, bishop d4. Here, little by little, Nepo is getting the equal position. A3 and queen c7. A bad move. Of course, we understood that this is time pressure. This is World Chess Championship. The nerve, the emotions there. And queen c7. What is the best move instead of queen c7? Bishop takes g7. Why? King takes g7. Queen c7 check. King f8, queen c8, king f7, queen b7, king f6, queen b6, king e5, queen b8, queen d4, queen d8, c4, and endless check. So that would be a draw. But queen c7 on the board, queen g6, queen c4, then c7. Of course, the idea is to promote here later on. Bishop d2 is coming. Bishop e3, making sure the bishop will have no chance to land on d2. Bishop d3, king g2, and then h5, king f1, bishop e, g4. Time pressure here, 30 seconds for Ian, 1 minute plus for Ding. So we understood that that blunder is definitely just there. Queen e, d4, then g3, f4, a2, and after of bishop takes f4, resign because there's no chance for white to save the position. For example, bishop takes, queen takes, king g2, then new queen is coming. So after bishop takes f4, Ian resigned, and so congratulations, Ding, for this wonderful match. Of course, to Ian as well. Thank you so much, everyone.